Hey everyone, my name is Mark. I'm 40 years old, single father of two from Southern California. I got diagnosed with esophageal cancer and I just completed my second round of chemo. I wanted to share two things with you in this video. This video is going to be broken up into two parts. The first part is going to be all about the PET scan. The second part of the video will be about the staging of cancer. So I want to jump right into it. This might possibly be a video that helps save your life. Hopefully you'll never have to get cancer in your life, but if you feel like something's wrong, I want to talk to you about the different steps to take to get checked to see if you in fact do have cancer, which I hope you never ever have to experience. But if you're watching and you're like, that sounds like me, hopefully this video will help save your life and give you an early detection of cancer rather than detecting it when it's already like stage 4. This is the ideal way that things can go for you if you get diagnosed with cancer. Life isn't perfect. We all know that there's a lot of obstacles in between these scenarios. So this is just like in a perfect world, this is what will happen. So here we go. First and foremost, you wake up and you're like, something's a little off. Either you have a pain in your stomach, a pain in your breast, you're having trouble swallowing, whatever it is, if something is off, please, please, please book an appointment with your primary care physician. Book an appointment within 3 to 4 to 5 days at the most. You don't want to push it off like, oh, nothing's wrong. I'm sure I'll be fine. I probably just slept wrong, or I probably just have a pain. I'm going to get some Tylenol and move on with my life. No, book an appointment with a doctor. If you cannot get into a doctor's office within 3 to 5 days, then I suggest you go straight to the emergency room. Okay, wait a couple hours, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours will be worth it in the long run. In the bigger picture, it'll be worth it. Go into the emergency room, and what you're going to do is explain to them the pain that you're having, wherever it's at in your body. You're going to explain to them the pain. You're also going to ask for blood work and a CT scan. I repeat, blood work and a CT scan. You don't want just blood work. You also want to look inside and see what's going on. You already experienced some pain. You booked an appointment to see your primary physician. If you don't have a primary physician, you went to the ER. You're at the ER. You requested a CT scan and blood work. Next step is go ahead and get your results. They might see, oh, this person has a mass. A mass is AKA a tumor. So a mass and a tumor, same thing. There's a difference between a cancerous mass and a non-cancerous mass. Do you guys know the difference? Benign is non-cancerous and malignant is cancerous. So you want your tumor, if you do have one, which I hope you never do, but if you do have one, you want it to be benign, okay? Okay, so let's say they do find a mass, unfortunately. Let's hope it is benign. If it is not benign, the only way to determine if it's cancerous, malignant, is to do a biopsy of the mass or of the tumors. Now, the next step after that is determining if the cancerous tumor has spread to other parts of your body. And that's where a PET scan comes in. A PET scan is when they inject some dye into your body and they give you a scan. The dye will light up if you have cancer. Now, there are pros and cons to PET scans. The pros is it detects if the cancer has spread, okay? If you have cancer, you want it to be in one spot. You don't want it to go to any of your major organs. You don't want it to spread. Spreading is very, very difficult to contain, control. Once it spreads, it's very hard to get under control. So the pro of getting a PET scan is it detects if the cancer has spread. It can help determine which treatment to get. So let's say that the PET scan shows that your cancer has not spread and it hasn't hit the lymph nodes, then that means you can get radiation versus chemo, or chemo and radiation. It's just a good indicator of which type of treatment the doctors will recommend. Now, there is a small percentage cancerous cells are so microscopic that the dye didn't pick it up, but that's only like a 6%. So you want to get a PET scan. The downsides of a PET scan are you will get exposed to high amounts of radiation during this scan. The scan is scary. It's kind of scary. You go into your whole body's being scanned, and it's just a weird, eerie feeling. You might be allergic to the contrast of the dye. So the dye that they inject in you, originally in my second video update, I thought that you would drink a dye, but they actually inject the dye. So I just want to correct that. But you might be allergic to the contrast, so that's no good. And three, it's very expensive. So in my case, I found out that I had cancer. I wanted to know if the cancer had spread, so I wanted a PET scan. Unfortunately, there were no PET scans available in my area, and everywhere I called, they didn't have an appointment until the end of August. Okay, I got diagnosed in June. So, as you can imagine, I was like, I don't want to wait to know that there's a tumor in me, it's possibly spreading, and I need to know now, right away. So thankfully, I have an amazing sister and amazing family, and they were all willing to pitch in about $2,000, $3,000 for me to go to Beverly Hills to get an immediate PET scan done ASAP. Thankfully, I didn't have to go that route. I almost did, but my healthcare facility called me and they were able to expedite the situation a little faster and accommodate me for a quicker date to get a PET scan. So I was able to wait about 4 or 5 days in order to get a PET scan versus waiting till the end of August, which is about 1, 2 more months of waiting. So I got the PET scan and it took about 2 weeks to get the results. 1 week for the results to get transferred to my healthcare facility because I had to go to outside care to get the PET scan. And then another week for the doctor and radiologist to talk about the PET scan and interpret it and then relay that back to me. So, with all that said, the good news is that my PET scan results came back and it showed that the cancer did not spread anywhere else in my body. So thank God, I'm super excited. The cancer did not spread past the tumor. So it's only in the esophagus, in the tumor. It did not hit any other major organs in my body. So I'm super excited about that. So happy that the PET scan results showed that cancer did not spread anywhere else in my body.